What is up, YouTube? As you can see, I got a hand on the shifter, hand on the steering wheel. My eyes are forward facing, so that means that I'm on the road again. Actually en route to LA at the current moment. Gonna run up there. I'm actually, as I posted earlier on my site, on my log of videos and whatnot. I'm going to be actually on the road for the next 7 days or so I can see, how things are different. Actually being out on the road consistently, seeing if maybe I can make this XPO thing work. Who knows? But we're gonna try it any fucking way. Just so that I can see if the way things are, is it this way across the board, or is it just where I'm at, where I'm actually stationed at and running out of? So spread myself out a little bit, trying to see what the actual deal is. But be that as it may, I had a big announcement, and that big announcement was that I was actually going to try to go over Traveloko. But there's a funny story on why things didn't transpire the way it was supposed to. Turn this AC on, it's starting to get a little warm in here. I don't like to be hot. I get hot, I get angry. But there was a problem with me trying to transition to Traveloko. I remember watching some videos from one of the drivers over there at Traveloko. I'm not sure if he's still there, but he was there, by the name of Little Dog. He put out some content about how things was coming together, and it seemed like it was pretty good over there at Traveloko. And you know what? Honestly, I think what he was putting out was good content. I'm not trying to go against the grain. I think it was good content. So that's why I decided to say, okay, well, look, let me see if I can go over there and get hooked up with these guys, and might be able to make some money, might be able to put myself in a better position. So I did the application. I even called into recruiting, which the funny thing is, when you call into recruiting, you don't talk to any actual recruiters, you actually talk to the owner, Eddie. So I talked to Eddie. I told him, said, hey, look, I've been driving, I know the website says 3 years, I've been driving for 2.5. I only got 1 speeding ticket, but that was not in a commercial vehicle. That was a speeding ticket I had in my personal vehicle, and that ticket was back in like 2014. That's the only active speeding ticket that I currently have. And I actually remember when I got that ticket. I got that ticket in, I think it was March of 2014. I just got my Camaro. I don't have a Camaro no more, but that's when I first got the Camaro, and I was coming back from Richmond, Virginia, and I got a little silly and decided to kick it. And no sooner than I did that, coming down through Dillwyn, Virginia, a cop jumped in on my ass and decided to send me home with a bad report card. So, but that was the only active ticket I had. And then I had an accident that showed up on my driving record, because I had an idiot ass driver at my first job. I was working for Virginia Eagle Distributors in Springfield, Virginia. I had an idiot ass driver who wasn't paying attention to what he was doing. He reached down to, and he actually admitted this shit in court. He said that he reached down to check his text messages, but he didn't know what time it was or what speed he was going at. But he knew he was in an emergent lane coming off an off-ramp. So I'm like, I looked at the judge and he was like, Mr. Spencer, I'm not going to mess up your record. I find you not guilty of this accident, and tell your company insurance that they need to get in touch with his insurance and get this situation fixed out on their end so you don't get in trouble. So I had the paperwork. They were signed by the judge. I'm two-stepping out the courtroom, everything good. Well, Virginia has this dumbass rule that even if you weren't found at fault for an accident, if there's a police report that's done, it still remains on your record. And in the midst of this conversation with Eddie, I told him, said, hey, there's an accident that shows up, but I have supporting documents that shows that I was not at fault for this accident. Eddie then tells me, hey, don't worry about it. We can work with it. The biggest problem is I can hire you right now and bring you over, but if you don't have a truck that you can lease on over here, there's not really much I can do with you. Now, granted, Traveloko, they say that they have a lease purchase program. Well, that lease purchase program, I can't really say how well it is, because when I talk to I'm not sure if he's a hiring coordinator or he's actually the head of the lease purchase program. His name is Eric. When I talked to him, he said, oh yeah, we do lease purchase, but we don't have any trucks right now. So I'm like, okay, so can I get put on a list, or how does that work, or is it any other companies that you guys work with? Oh yeah, we used to work with Quality, but you know, that didn't go so well, so we stopped doing it. So okay, he said, well, you know, I'm gonna look over your application. It usually takes about 2-3 weeks for me to get back to you, but look at your other options about getting a truck. So I have a friend of mine. It's like a mentor. I expressed the situation that I've been going through over here at XPO and told him I need to get away. I need to find a way out, because not only am I not making the money that I should be making, I can make, but I'm stunting my growth by sitting around here and wasting my damn potential, because I like to run the road. Anybody who knows me is, if you give me a load, I'm gonna run the hell out of it and then move on to the next thing. That's how I make money. That's how I make things happen. I don't like playing around. I'm not one of these drivers who's sitting on the side of the damn road in a truck stop running their damn mouth, or all up in a strip club or no shit like that. That ain't my cup of tea. Don't get down like that. I'm about putting miles down and getting on to the next fucking task. That's just how I am. But I reached out to this friend and said, hey, look, man, you know, I'm trying to figure out something, because this situation really ain't working out for me. And he was like, well, that put both of us in a bad boat, because I had a driver who just basically just decided to say, okay, well, because I wouldn't pay him outside the terms of our contract whenever he needed money, he just decided to say, fuck me. He dumped the truck on me, and now I'm sitting here with 2 trucks, and I just don't know what to do. I said, well, how about me coming over and driving for you? Or if you lease the truck on to somebody, I'll drive it, and then we'll work out a deal between you and I, which is what we did. I'm not gonna put the owner's name out there. I'm not gonna put what the deal was out there, because I don't want nobody trying to chase down my deal. This is my deal. It's in my head, and when he decides to make things happen, or he finds a different angle to go about it, hopefully the deal is still staying. Hopefully we can make something happen, because trust me, it would definitely work for me. But we conspired to say, okay, well, if he started hearing positive things about Traveloko from people, this is pre-trucker coach dropping a bombshell that made Traveloko look like assholes. But he was like, well, I'm gonna lease the truck on the Traveloko. He's like, have you ever ran reefer? I said, yeah, I used to work for US Foods and Manassas. I ran reefer there. I used to run for the beer company out in Springfield, Virginia, but they never ran their reefer system, so the beer was always piss hot when it got to your fucking location. But yes, I have reefer experience. I have over 2 years of reefer experience. And he was like, oh, okay, cool. So that'll actually work. If you do drive in at Traveloko, if you do reefer, it'll work. I said, yeah. I said, basically, you give me whatever I need, line it up, I'll knock it the fuck down. That's how I do shit. So, let me think. Okay, so he goes through the paces. He said, well, they probably gonna need you to have a application they're gonna need you to complete an application over there. So go ahead and do it. And I said, well, I'd already done it. I said, I was just talking to Eric about a week or so ago about me coming over, but he said I needed a truck. So being that you got a free truck right now, that's sort of where you come into play. And he was like, oh, okay. Well, let me just call Eric and talk to him, because I guess they had already had a conversation about, doing business with one another. So they had a conversation, whatever. They asked me for all the documentation. I took pictures of my driver's license, my TWIC card, sent all that shit over. Sent over the court decision for the accident I had in. I sent the last DMV report that I got when I submitted that report in to XPO Logistics, and it showed 2 tickets, but one of the tickets was actually old. It went off last month. That ticket was null and void, so it came off my driving record. So I only got 1 active ticket, and then that bullshit accident, but I got support documents to show that I was not at fault for the accident. I got hit. So he sent all that stuff over, and it was like a waiting game. And I can't remember, I think it was like a day went by, and then they came back, and then he was like, yeah, man, I'm trying to, I went and took the truck, got it detailed. I'm going to replace the seats. I'm going to put brand new seats in there for you. If you want to bring your own mattress over, that's fine, but I got a new mattress at the house. Everything's pretty much ready for you to go, except he had something else he needed to do to the truck for me. He went and got the horsepower turned up on the truck, and I'm like, damn, man. I was like, everything's looking good, man. We're gonna be ready to roll come next week. Well, Eric calls back and said, there's trouble with your driver. Now, mind you, Eric doesn't know that me and Eddie had previously had this conversation. He was like, well, your driver doesn't have 3 years of experience, and with less than 3 years, he has to have a spotless record. So Eric doesn't know that me and Eddie had already previously had a conversation, and Eddie told me everything was good to go. I just need to find a truck to drive, because I couldn't bring the Freightliner over to them because the leasing company wouldn't let that happen. So he goes back, tries to talk to Eric. Shit doesn't make sense. I said, okay, let me try. So I called Eric. I tried to explain the situation to him. I told him, I said, hey, he should have sent you over a summons, which that was a summons that was used in court. The judge signed off on it that shows me not guilty. It's on the left-hand side up in the corner. You should be able to see it. Oh, okay, cool. Well, you still got an active ticket. So, okay, but I'm still within the guidelines. The only thing is, I just don't have the other 6 months to, fully meet that. But I've already talked to Eddie and everything's good. Well, I'm going to send this up to Eddie, then I'm going to let him make a decision. So, I'm not sure what happened on, let's call him D. Alright. I'm not sure what happened on D's end when he had a conversation with him, but at the end, it came out to be like he reached out to Eddie and said, hey, I'm trying to get these plates or whatever. I need to know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to make this happen, let's go ahead and do this, because I'm trying to get this guy on the road Monday, at the latest Tuesday. I'm trying to see it, or, at worst, Wednesday. I'm trying to make this happen. So they had the conversation, and then Eddie came back and said, oh, well, I wanted you to come over here. I don't want your driver, I want you to come over here. And he was like, well, it really doesn't matter. You're still in business with me. It's just that I have a driver over there. So he came back and said, I'm not helping you with these plates. I don't want your driver, and I don't want you. because I thought you were gonna come over here and do YouTube videos. Now, what this guy doesn't know is, even though I don't have as strong as a following as my mentor, I still do YouTube videos. I still have like 500-600 friends on 500 or 600 friends on Facebook. I'm a member of Truckers Passing Time. I'm not cool enough to be a member of YTTA, but you know, I still make videos. Some people still do come across the videos because they actually look at the titles when they type in certain companies and shit. So they basically shitted on me, shitted on him, and said, okay, we don't want either one of you, and we're not gonna do anything for you. Now, what I don't understand, and anybody who may view this video, please, I would really love for you guys to think about this when you get ready to go over there. All right, if you go as a man and you tell somebody, yeah, I want to be in business with you, why not be honest to the point of saying, I want to be in business for you for what you can do for me? Because now I'm seeing all of these videos and stuff about, all of this stuff is starting to come to light about how drivers are being taken advantage of over there, and they got stupid ass waivers and shit that's coming out saying that basically they want to take control over your content. You can only say certain stuff, you can't say anything that they don't want you to say. It's basically like they basically trying to jam a fist up your ass and control you just because you in some kind of business arrangement with them, which I don't understand. But I got the devil in me, and I started to reach out to Eddie and ask him, say, okay, so what happened? Why is it that everything was good to go? Then when I called back and said, hey, I got a truck that I can use, but it's gonna be through somebody else's company, and I'm just gonna be a driver, you decide that you ain't want no parts of it. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna get that call. I'm not gonna get a call back from Eric, because I already know what the deal is after watching the trucker coach's video. They basically wanted to pimp out my boy D so that they could use him for his YouTube presence, because he has a big following. A lot of people got respect for him, a lot of people follow him, a lot of people reach out to him for advice, because for him to be a young cat, he knows a lot of stuff, and he can tell you a lot of stuff that, you know, can put you in a good spot. That's why, like I said, I decided that I wanted to, you know, wanted him to mentor me and help show me whatever I'm doing wrong and put me in a better position to where, you know, I can be successful at what I do. Because I already got the will to push myself to do shit that a lot of people won't do. But, you know, there's the business aspect of things that I need help with. So I just want to share my Traveloko experience. Well, my Traveloko situation. I ain't gonna say experience because I never drove for it. But anytime you are a business owner and you give somebody your word and you pride yourself on being ethical, and you go so far as to do video and put out content about, oh, how you care about your drivers, and you making sure that any money that can be given to the drivers, you give it to them, and you all about helping people, but then you go and you shut somebody down because they can't help you promote your brand. You shut another driver down after you already gave them your word of saying, oh yeah, well, we can make this happen, it's not a problem. It sort of baffles me. So take this as any way you want to, but I would definitely tell anybody that's looking to even just apply the Traveloko, definitely do some research. Definitely do some research into these folks, and just look at the content that's starting to roll itself out now about how Traveloko operates as a company. So yet again, this is your boy King Macho. I'm on my way to see if I can't make the best out of the situation I'm in until I can do better. So, oh, forgot to put it out there. On Facebook, I am Travis Manny Spencer. Parts of that name is correct, parts of the name ain't correct. So anybody that's looking to sue me or some shit like that, good luck with finding out what the true name is. On Zello, which I just started using Zello, the name is Blackbeard87. Blackbeard87, no spaces. I can't remember my Snapchat or my Instagram, but like I said in the last video, when I actually take time to sit down and mess with that kind of stuff, I'll definitely do some kind of video just naming everything off. Even if it's just like a 30-second video, I'll name everything off and post it, so people that want to get in contact with me and ask me questions or whatever, I'll be accessible for you. But I am on Zello, I am on Facebook, and I am right here, so you can drop it in the comment box and I'll get back to you as soon as I possibly can. Also, I want to give a big shout out to my boy, the Highway Executive. He's been following me, been rocking with me. We've been bouncing back conversation on Zello. He's been telling me some good stuff too, you know, just trying to push people in the right direction. And I don't want anybody to take this video like I'm trying to totally shit on Traveloko, but I'm trying to make these kind of videos and put this content out so that I can help people, so that when you understand that you being you getting a bad deal, or somebody is, you know, basically playing a game with you and not giving you the truth about what they're doing, you sort of know how to deal with it moving forward, and you know what to look forward to when you're making certain deals with people. Yeah, just hold on to other content that's coming. I'm gonna be trying to drop at least 1 or 2 videos every day while I'm out here on this road, just giving people updates, letting them know what I'm doing, let them know what's going on. Y'all can hit me on Zello, hit me on Facebook, and definitely drop it in the comment box, and I will get to you as soon as possible. But other than that, I wish everybody well, wish everybody success, and happy Friday, man. Happy Friday. Even if shit ain't going the way you wanted to go, just be happy about your Friday. But no matter what you do, I wouldn't fuck with Traveloko. Y'all be easy.